Playtime! Hello, friends, and welcome to the last stream of our 3rd anniversary special. Since this is the last day of September, this is the last time you can contribute to our points. So, if you were thinking about it, we're on the fence. It's not gonna count if it's past today, so get that in there. We are 1 point away, I believe, from the next milestone. Actually, looks like we went down a sub at some point, so I think somebody's ran out. And didn't get renewed. But yeah, we're at 15, the next milestone's at 16. And just for the overview, for those of you who have been living under a rock and haven't caught any of our streams this month, this is what we're at. Or this is what we're talking about here. First 4 are done. The 4th one is what I'm doing today. And if you don't have a preference, please use Ko-Fi instead of Twitch. Especially if you're trying to gift the sub anyway. Might as well just use the donation. Because it benefits us a bit more. But obviously we appreciate any sort of contribution. But today is Game Dev Tycoon. You, chat, get to make my decisions. You'll get to pick, all the different details, the genre, the system, whatever it is. And name the game. That will bring us at 16. Beyond is scared of Ko-Fi, but it's fine. That does mean that Thatcher will have to play Phasmophobia. Sorry, Caesar. I know if he was here, he'd be crying and screaming about it, but it's happening now. Though, I will that it was still planning to take her a little break, her hiatus. So it won't be right away, but it will be done. I believe probably, sometime next month, obviously. Can't be this month. But it will be in October still, because that seems like an appropriate time for that. But it won't be like the first Sunday in October. It's probably going to be closer to like the last Sunday in October or something. I would imagine. But we'll sort that out later to figure out a specific date and announce that. So just keep posted on that. And I see that QC is trying to do an accurate reenactment of Cersei's reaction to that last point. But yeah, for today, it is the Game Dev Tycoon routine. So I hope you're all ready to give suggestions. So let me get Steam ready. And since I don't think there's anything else to discuss before we get started, I'll just move right in. And we'll see how this goes. Oh, hold on. I can't see OBS now. Actually, let me do something real quick. Because I don't know what's going to come up on stream. Just done them all. Oh, yeah, it's being weird. Try to live an autosave. Sweet. I delete some of these old saves to make room. Why is there a Konami save in here? I never made one of those. I would never name my company Konami. Is it like a default save or something? That's weird. Am I able to delete the autosave? Nope, I cannot delete the autosave. Alright, so we hit new. There we go. Okay. Now we have to create our person. Alright, what's the company name, guys? Give your suggestions in chat for the name of our gaming company. What do we want to name this? C Games? Sure, I guess we could do that. If I could type. And what is our CEO of Z Games name? To me. Gonna call you Shui. Yeah, exactly. It's not how this works. Literally everything is up to you guys. We're gonna name it after the fans because the fans are the ones playing. What does... Or let's do random a few times. We had to have somebody in blue. Sure, this is Feng Shui. This is representation. I can't make slimes in this game. So it's have to be the representation of the audience. That's true, we do not have a term for fans of us in general, as a group. But it's my stream, so everyone here today is one of my fans, presumably. Or else why the fuck are you here? Do not want hints. Alright, so we gotta develop a game. So, here are randomly generated topics to begin with. This can be about prison, movies, werewolves, or assassin. What is the topic for our first game ever that we're gonna make? There's more people that post a poll, but I don't think there's enough people for a poll to make any sense. So just type in chat which topic you want. Not sure you even understand some of these. What don't you understand? Beyond is not answering the question. Werewolf. What's prison? Probably like a prison breakout game. Or maybe it says something like Prison Tycoon. It could be anything. It's anything that's about prisons. Like, this isn't a genre. This is just like the topic, what the theme of the game is. So is it about prisons in some way? Like a prison breakout or prison management? You know, movies would be like a movie-based game, probably like a movie IP. Werewolves would be about werewolves, you know, and assassins would be like an Assassin's Creed or something like that. This is the theme, I guess. But Beyond wants to go with werewolf. Does that work for you? We are a democracy here. Prison and Pegasus. Oh, I see what you're trying to do. So are you trying to say we should have prisons instead of werewolf? Actually, we can't come up with a title yet because I don't even know what the options are. So whatever title you might want might not work. So I'm doing the topic and the genre first to see what combination, and then we go with a title that fits that. Two-way tiebreaker. Prisons and PDFs. Alright, so what we're going to do is I am going to hopefully I hope that my bot still has a flip command that I put in there years ago. And we're going to do a coin flip. If it lands on heads, we go with werewolf. If it lands on tails, we go with prison. Take it away, stream elements. No, Sari, not you. That bot. Anyway, stream element says heads, that means we're going with a werewolf game. Sari bot revolted. Alright, now the genre. So, is our werewolf game going to be an action game, an adventure game, an RPG, a simulation, or a strategy game? Let me know what you guys want. Action. I mean, it doesn't have to be. That would probably be the smartest choice for a werewolf game. But, well, you could have an RPG. I think anything could work as an RPG almost. But heck, you could have a strategy-based game for werewolves if you really want to try hard enough. Alright, so you got a action werewolf game. We can develop this on the Commodore 64, or we can make it a PC game. Which platform should we develop this for? We're like in the 70s here. This is way back when. PC Master Race. Alright, that's cheaper anyway, so that's fine. Alright, so now we need a title for the game. What do we call this? What is the name of our werewolf game? Our werewolf action PC game in the 70s. That's probably gonna be a text-based game, honestly, because how to have better technology than that. Red Dre. Tree Pop. Why do you want Dedra to be the werewolf? That's it. Yeah. Okay. They'll need to put that on there. I mean, the odds seems to be very in favor of this weird concept, so I guess that's what we're going with. We're Shui the Pumpkin Menace. Okay, game, I'm trying to work with chat. Don't give me achievements for not doing anything. Very, rude. Alright. So, is this gonna be a text-based game, or are we gonna get, like, old-school 2D sprites? I feel like text-based game would be good for an adventure game, because text adventures back then were a thing. But I can't imagine how you have an action game that's text-based. Give it graphics. Yeah, I was gonna say, you can't really have an action game without graphics, can you? Alright, let's start making it. I thought I turned off the hits. Go away. Okay. So what's our priority here, guys? Do we prioritize the engine, the gameplay, or the story and quests? And how much do we prioritize stuff? Or do we keep them all balanced? Pure gameplay? It is an action game, although with no engine it might suck. Action games be gameplay, engine, and story. So I'm gonna put, since he said pure gameplay, I'll at least put the gameplay to max. But what level of engine, what level of story? Yuki thinks that the engine should be above story. Does that mean I drop story to all the way down, or do we have some kind of compromise? What are we doing here? How much story do we want? So like that? Minimum story, maximum gameplay, average amount of engine. Alright. Let's get to work and see if this is good, it's thanks to you guys. If it's a disaster, then it's your fault. I don't want the tutorial, guys. I've played this game before. Yeah. We got some bugs, but it's fine. Alright, so now we have next stage of development. It can never fail. And as people don't like the idea of we're dryads. Most basic of premises like Mario. Alright, so now we can focus on dialogue, level design, and AI. So, like this. Is that what love as you are talking about, Beyond? Higher level design and AI? How much higher? Like, all the way to the top or part way to the top? Well, Beyond wants higher AI too. I can do this. We seem to be in disagreement. Do that? Okay. It can't hurt to give it more AI, right? It just means it's gonna take longer, but that's not a big deal. Look, maybe you guys are really good AI programmers. You're ahead of your time. So it might work out. Alright. Yeah. Are we give it sound effects? Or we're gonna have it silent? We've got world design, graphics, and sound. Give it sounds. Alright, so what are the levels for this? Make sound quality high? Okay. What about world design and graphics? And graphics? But no world design in action game? Okay. Last they've none, but... What do we do with world design? Do we leave it alone? Do we drop it? What's the difference with world design and level design? That is a good question, and I do not know the answer. Oh, world design is lore. Interesting. But you just told your dialogue. Well, there's minimal story and dialogue. We won't say none, but there's minimal. There's about the story and dialogue you'd have in a Mario game. In like a NES Mario game. Is this a Dark Souls game? Ah, that's what Beyond's trying to design. Well, there's not tons of lore. I haven't even touched the lore yet. But right now it's at the default, and nobody's told me if I should raise it or lower it. Or leave it alone, so I'm still waiting on that input. Day Souls. I mean, she is the best at playing those kinds of games, of us. More lore than story or dialogue. They'll leak Cuppy secrets. Dentry. So, what are we doing with the world design? I need some input. Think it's good as is? Okay. Both of you agree on that? Let's move on to next. I think it's the last stage of development. Now we just have to squash the bugs. I could finish it right now, but we'd be releasing a buggy game. So we probably should make sure the bugs are gone before... I think that's actually pretty quickly. They're gone. Alright. Now let's see how good or bad the game does. It's gonna go to all the big review magazines. And Metacritic and stuff. Is my experience, or I guess you guys' experience as the programmer. You just trash the game. Why would you make a game just to trash it? I understand. You just lose all the money you put into it. It was just for practice. It was a game jam. Alright, we're gonna release it. Yeah, but you're not gonna make the money back. At least, even if it sucks, you might make some money. From the suckers who buy it, where you can't make any money if you don't release it. Alright, we're publishing it. Alright, you guys you leave reputation. I don't know if you have reputation in this game, though. Like, in real life, sure. But I don't think the concept of reputation as a company really exists. I don't know. I could be wrong. But you guys ready? What do you think our average review scores are going to be? Out of 10. I want some predictions. 10 out of 10? Okay. What about you, Kiki? What do you think? Average isn't a number. Is it like 5? It's a mid. Kiki's not confident in the product. You helped build it, though. Alright, let's see what we get. Star Games gives it a 6. 3 stars. 5 from Informed Gamer. And 6 from Game Hero. Apple Games gives it a 7. So it's like a 6 on my average. Beyond Sabotage it. You know what? For the very first game you ever made, a 6 isn't too bad. It is above average. Slightly. They even got a 7. That's not bad. We're gonna game report. It cost us $31,000 to make this, so we better hope it sells. When those games released too early for its time. Well, maybe you'll make a sequel later on, when you think it's the right time. No, when the magazine said it could have been better. They didn't receive favorable reviews. With such a good start, Z Games is sure to gain fans. Just make a remake next generation. We could do that if you guys want. We sold 4,319 copies in the first game. That's number 55 on the charts. Not that high, but oh well. It was held back by having literally only one developer. Yeah, you guys are just one person working out of your basement. Probably your mom's basement, actually. We gained 19 fans, though. So at least 19 people liked it. So here is the report. Werewolf and action is a great combination, so that was a good choice. Level design seems to be quite important for this type of game. So, whoever said to put points in level design for it also made a good choice. So that's the feedback on this game. Alright, time to develop technology. No, I can't. Oh, maybe I can't research. Yeah, we need to do some research. And we got some money coming in. We can't afford a custom game engine yet. Oh, we can do a new topic. So, before we make this decision... so this is kind of Inception here. Before we make this decision, let's think about the starting topics that we had. The movies, the prison, the assassin. If you want to make one of those, then we shouldn't spend our research points yet to buy a new topic. It's only if you want one of these for sure as the next thing. I know Beyond just said sci-fi. So if you really want us to make a sci-fi game, like basically if you want to make one of these other games, we should hold off. But if you want to make... Oh, you want prisons and PDFs? Okay, we won't pick a topic then. We'll go with the prison game. Alright, we got prison. What is the genre? I think this is a pretty easy one with what you're going for thematically anyway. Yes or B's. But just to make sure, what is the genre of our prison game? RPG? That's probably not a good combination, but hey, who cares? And is this gonna be on a PC game, or are we gonna try the G64 this time? What are we making this for? Lots of plebs don't deserve our quality. Fair enough. To be honest, I feel like the G64 it's not even really a console. It's a home computer system. It's still a computer. You can see a keyboard and everything. You have disk drive and a mouse. It's just a gaming computer console thingy. It's really weird. But this is not a good system in my opinion. It costs 4 times as much to develop for, and is not even that much more popular. You honestly should just make a PC game. Like, when I get to stuff like PS3 and stuff like that, like actual real consoles, then maybe. But this is a crappy console to develop for. It's not even really a console. Port to consoles. Yeah, I think you can port at some point. But you have to be a real company to do ports. Anyway, what do we call on this one? Our prison RPG. Prison Purrs. Only if you knew what he... It's only more Twitch friendly if you knew what he meant by PDF. But if you don't, then no, it's not. Heh, QT just figuring it out. Let's do prisons in Pegasi. I feel like that actually fits the what you're going for better with the prison RPG D&D parody. I mean, in what dungeon do you find a dragon? Dragons are real. But anyway, Beyond named the last one, so I'm gonna go with Kiyuki's suggestion this time to be fair. Alright, are we doing graphics or is it just a text adventure? It is D&D, so it could probably get away with being a text-based adventure. RPG thingy, but that's up to you guys. Can it be text with at least some visual? Well, if it's like FF1, it has to have graphics. Because FF1 has graphics. Look, I don't know if you guys are familiar with text-based computer games. Because they're... before anyone, including me, here was born. But... not big on text only. It's a book at that point. Yeah, they're basically games. I think you just like type in commands and you just read text and that's all there is. There's absolutely no pictures, no images, no sprites, no anything. The console one where you type your action, left, up, yeah, that kind of stuff. Yes, exactly. That's the thing that a text-based adventure would be, or text-based RPG would be. So are we doing Matt or are we doing the graphics? At least, yeah, it's just a choose your own adventure book. At least give me a choose your own adventure picture book, text-based. Okay, you guys are in disagreement again. So we are going to say heads is text-based, tails is 2D graphics. And I'm gonna get a table flip again from this, but oh well. We're going text-based apparently. I didn't think we were gonna flip heads twice in a row, but here we are. Terran waves. Alright, so now we have to decide our elements. We've got engine, gameplay, and story quests. I imagine we wanna, well, I'll let chat say. Next story. Mid-engine. What about gameplay? I mean, I don't know what gameplay there would be because there's text. There's nothing really to have gameplay for. So I guess we'll just go with that. Well. You're not really playing a game, you're just typing stuff. There is still game design. The engine is probably the algorithm that decides what you're doing. How easy to equip something. You just type in text, that's how you equip something. Do you want to give it a tiny bit of gameplay? Like that? Okay. We have currently sold over 10,000 units for Weirdray. It's an important milestone in our history. It's programming let me do math. Yeah. You're in your need to see the numbers. You see how you gotta build by feeling. Alright, what about stage 2 stuff? Max dialogue and AI. Put level design low, like that. I feel like these settings would work much better for an adventure game than an RPG. Like, I have the feeling this isn't a bomb because we're not prioritizing stuff that makes RPGs work. And we're just making a text-based adventure game that's calling itself an RPG, which might disappoint our fans, but we'll see. What about stage 3 stuff? Do we need sound effects? Or do we turn off the sound because it's text-based? Peak world design. Yeah, we don't have graphics to worry about. Other than the text graphics. There's gonna be ASCII art on the screen. That's what we'll have. We'll have ASCII art. What about sound? It needs music? Do they usually have music? I don't know. I mean, I guess it could have music. Hold on. Sound mid. That's about mid, I think. No. Sound low. Okay. Graphics mid-low. Odd choice, but okay. Well, at least this will be cheaper to make. And the, money from Weirdray will maybe keep us afloat if this fails. A couple of research points. Alright, let's release this bad boy. Prisons and Pegasi. Weirdray is no longer on the market, so we're gonna need this one to carry us. Let's see what the reviews say. Waste of time. Pretty bad. Okay. Not much fun. That was a stinker. We got a 3. Not because it's a text adventure, but because we picked RPG and made it text adventure specifically. If the genre was adventure, this game would have had much higher ratings because the people reviewing it would have expected an adventure game and they would have been pleased. But because they read it as an RPG, they're like, this is a crappy RPG. Super reviewers. You don't get what a text adventure is? A text adventure is an adventure that's all text. You have like some narration that tells you blah 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 happened, and then you're asked to type in what your character's gonna do. Like you can say up to move up, you know, or like pick up item, that kind of stuff. Adventure is like Zelda, but you make decisions like an RPG. Wouldn't adventure be moving around the world, meaning graphics is more important? Not as a text adventure, though. There are no graphics in a text adventure. Like, you are moving around a world, sure, but you're moving around by typing where your character goes, and then the game tells you what you see next, and then you just keep typing your next command. That's a text-based adventure game. Well, that's all we had back then. There was a time where graphics were not invented yet. So you had to just do text. Back in the ancient days, before any of us were born. We lost a fan for that game. Pong's a tech adventure. It is. Oh, Pong's better than tech adventure. Okay. Maybe. Depends on what you like. So prison RPG is an okay combination. Not the best. World design is very important for this type of game. And PC and RPG is a good match. So I guess keep that in mind in the future. If you make an RPG, definitely develop it for PC. And give it lots of world design. But maybe not make it a prison game. RPG platform match is bullshit. Why is that? What's wrong with the PC RPG match? How's that bullshit? Are you saying that RPGs on PC are bad? Top down much better than side scroller platformers for... Huh? Top down better than side scroller platformers for RPGs? I thought platform was platforming games. No. It's saying the platform you released it on the genre matched well. We made a PC game that was RPG. And they said that was a good combo. I don't even know if they have platformers in this game. And this, yeah. Anyway, now we need to make another game. Recent market studies suggest that the Commodore 64 is steadily outselling competitors in the PC sector. Consumers prefer the lower price, greater availability, and flexible hardware configuration over other home computers. See, you guys dissed the G64 and the console plebs. Boy, it's outperforming PC. Prisons are just dungeons. Experts say this might spell the end for competing hardware manufacturers. Bruh, your experts are not very much experts. PC gaming will never die. It is not the end for PC. Not by a long shot. Alright. So, let's look at topics real quick. Do you want to use one of the two? Do you want to do Assassin or movies, or do you want to get a new topic? What should we do for the next game? Yeah. That is kind of ironic. But the thing is, I believe that was probably realistic. As far as what people thought. Like, I'm sure that when the Commodore 64 took off, people thought that PC game was gonna die. Because why would you want to use a PC when you had the Commodore 64? They were wrong, but that's what they believed. I mean, it's not like Z Games can't develop a QC-inspired game. So you were all lock sci-fi? You gotta get the license for that? Sorry, you didn't have a trademark back in the 70s or whenever this was supposed to take place, so we don't have to license it. In China? Hell no. We're not in China. We need a fashion game later on. My graphics are a thing, so we can make infinite heresy. Yes, you do. Anyway, I guess we're gonna buy sci-fi. Let's research it while our sales plummet, because nobody's buying prisons in Pegasi. And we're still losing fans. Oh well. Alright, let's develop a game. Sci-fi? What is the genre of our sci-fi game? Star Shui. Adventure. Still PC, I assume? At least over the G64. But you may change your mind when other competitors come into play. Once we get to the 80s, maybe you'll have other ideas. Star Shui. Is that what we're going with? Until NES and Master System come around, there's nothing else worth a crap. What about the Atari? 25 million. Stay in PC forever? I mean, real talk. When I played this game myself, I kind of did just because it was cheaper to do that. But, without completely, but for most of the way. Until I got really large, and then I made my own console, and I just released for my own console, but I developed myself. But we'll see what happens. Much like human civilization started with the year 180, it did not. Gaming civilization started with the NES. Graphics this time. I'm imagining Keith's gonna agree to that. Keith'd probably say graphics every time. I can't wait till we get better graphics. We need more technology. Alright, what's our balance? Not really sure what engine entails. The game engine. Like how much effort are you putting on the actual backbone of the engine itself that runs the game? Max everything. Okay. Prisons of Pegasi is now off the market. We have 75,000 and we have to hold out until this game is finished. Alright, what about stage 2? I don't think it works like that. It's more like a pie chart with only a set time for development. You're holding back full throttle. There's not a set time for development. You develop the game until it's done. I get to choose when the game is released, or at least the player does. You can finish it early? While still bugs, you can spend extra time to iron out the bugs. You read what's on my forehead, and now an evil-looking portal to another dimension opened your room, and you just got everything settled. Well, you know, it is National Truth and Reconciliation Day. So what does that say? According to rumors, the Japanese company Nintendo is planning to launch its very own home gaming console. Nintendo is known for the widely successful arcade game Dinky King. Fuseki by an Inkibai, he's summoned and scammed or looking for him. I thought it was somebody else who knew all the succubi. Who was that like knows so many succubi? Is it like Mako or somebody? Sounds like a Mako thing. Mako knows them, but he's friends with them. Yeah, I figured. Beyond scams them. Also, I'm doing well, Warrior Shift. Good idea to stop by. Also, if you didn't know, this whole month I've been doing a sub drive with different milestones. This is the last day of it. So if you actually need briefly tab out of the game to show this for Warrior Shift, because I don't think he's been here this month. Where is a thingy-majigger? Well, yeah, this stuff. I have to cross off the 16th one because we just achieved that today. But yeah, that's basically the milestones. The contributions work from Twitch or Ko-Fi, either one works. And also there's gonna be personal rewards for the people who have the most contributions. Anyway, that's me. Especially the incubi. Many industry experts doubt that home gaming consoles will take off, but are eager to see what Nintendo will deliver. Isn't that what Beyond said, that they wouldn't take off? Seems like the experts are also doubting them. Anyhow, they did well in the arcade. They had Dinky King and Jabin, so you never know. They win by being the biggest scammers in the console tech history. I'm assuming we're still going full throttle for everything. Next all. We can do this now since we're just a solo dev. When you get a company, sometimes you can't do that just because you don't have the personnel that can make it that high. So you have to kind of cut corners and compromise. But for now, we don't really have a budget or time limit or crunch or anything. Alright, we got 50 resource points. We can make our own game engine now. This is the cave story of this universe. We'll see if it becomes cave story. I don't know. Alright, time to release this bad boy. And if you're sticking around, Warrior Chef, anyone in chat is able to make suggestions for what I do with all the game decisions. So you can feel free for the next game to influence what we make. Help us make bad decisions together. Alright. The reviews for Star Shui are in. You have high hopes, 10 out of 10. What do you think, Tycoon? What's it gonna be rated? Four out of 10. Watch it just be like all fours. Literally, you'll get 4 fours as the rating because you said that. We've got Seeing Better. Star Games didn't like Star Shui. I'm disappointed, but it didn't 5s. I went off 4s. 6. Fall's a bit short, but somebody says it shows potential. Sci-fi and adventure are a great combination. So it wasn't the breakout hit game at all. We got about a 5.5 out of 10. Captain Ahoy! Welcome to the last day of the... Oh! There it goes. We got the Dizzler. I can't actually mark that down now because I don't have my thingy. But I'll make a note of that. That's 17 points now. We are 3 points away from the next milestone. Contracts have been unlocked. See what's available. Oh yeah, we can work for other companies. To make money on the side. But first, I need to generate a game report. What went wrong with Star Shui? Not half a Shui. You put everything to the maximum, though. The Nintendo has confirmed recent rumors and announced their plans to release a new home gaming console called the TS early next year. The console features cartridge-based games in a uniquely designed controller. It looks like a brick. Alright. Sci-fi and adventure is a great combination. The engine is not important for this type of game, so we wasted too much time doing max engine. You don't need engine for adventure games, according to this. But PC adventure is a great match. I told you, it's the game engine that it's developed on. What do you mean it's the engine? Engine is engine. Yeah. But I guess if we spent less focus on engine and other aspects that were more important, he probably would have gotten a higher rating. Okay, so now we need a decision. Do we... Oh, let me read this first. Hi there. I just finished Star Shui and I'm impressed by your talent. I'm in the contracting business and we can use your skills. If you're short in cash, let me know when I have work for you. So now we decide, do we take a contract job or do we make another game right away? Let me see what research I can do. Just do topics right now. More game? Okay. I guess we need a new genre, don't we? So we can pick up any of these ones on screen. And Diz, feel free to make a recommendation. So far we've made a prison game, a werewolf game, and a sci-fi game. If we do Diz's idea, that's another trade game. I don't know about that. School. Anybody object to school being the next genre? We are also about to go into ads, I think. Or do I finish ads? Oh, hey, Mako. Good to see you're also here to help us make bad decisions. To Feng Shui. From Patrick and Daniel Klug of Greenheart Games. Hi, Feng Shui. We're the creators of Game Dev Tycoon. Oh. That's not a real message. That's just a message from devs. Oh, God. Alright, we're gonna develop a game. It is gonna be the school genre. A school topic, rather. What genre will it be? Will it be an action game, an adventure game, an RPG, a simulation, or a strategy game? Simulation, sim, strategy. We got 2 votes for sim. And we've got 1 vote for strategy. Math is not a genre. I'm gonna give a few more minutes because I don't know how many people are here to potentially weigh in. Because I know Warrior Shift was around. And Mako hasn't picked one yet. Strategy? Okay, now we're tied. Do we have a tiebreaker? Is anyone else gonna break the tie? You got 2 for sim, 2 for strategy. I'm sorry, dear. I'm not gonna count your vote twice or 3 times or however many times you want to say it. There are newer voters that maybe should count more. No, I won't count your vote choice. Kyuki seems to suggest that we should defer to Diz and Mako, though, because they just got here. And I'm gonna guess that Warrior Shift's already gone, so probably not hear from him. So that would mean we can call it a strategy game. On give take. I'm gonna give a little bit of time for potentially someone else to pop in and say something. Okay, we're probably into a strategy then. Or we can leave it to a coin toss, but I think Kyuki's kind of giving up her vote. Is what I'm getting from this. We know that adventure RPG work on PC. I would assume that strategy simulation also would. Alright, now here's the important thing, chat. What do we name this school strategy game? I know Kyuki's pushing for Tsundere Simulator, even though it's not a sim anymore. Mako wants to call cool math games with no spaces. I was reincarnated to another world and I had to defend my virginity from my classmates? As much as I want to do that, I don't think that's gonna fit. It'll fit, how do you know? Have you tried this, Diz? Do you have personal experience? Oh, you're just trying to make a sex joke. I guess there's only one way to find out. You could localize this Japanese game title for Chinny Defender. Yeah, what's the Japanese for whatever he just said? Oh yeah, we get to another world. We didn't get the part where it's school or Virginia or anything. Not even close. Just keep the title. It has nothing to do with school anymore. Virginia Defender. Virginia Defender. Virginia Defense Tactics, no. It'll be a strategy RPG, which you unfortunately cannot combine strategy and RPG together. Unless you unlock something for subgenres where you can cross genres together. Classroom virginity tactics. High school slut wars. Okay, we need to make a decision here, guys. What title are we actually going with? We got Virginity Defender, we got Classroom Virginity Tactics, we've got High School Slut Wars. VVT for short. Do I need to do a poll? Super version. Well, like, everybody's having like a different things. I don't know how this is gonna work, but what do we call the game? I already forgot what the choices are because it scrolled off screen. Crap. I don't remember what the choices are. Because they're all the text is off screen now. I can't see it. Okay, that was not an option because it's too long. Did you have like a classmate something tactics or I don't remember what it was. Okay, here we go. Classroom. That's what we needed. Virginity tactics. Except that doesn't fit in the Twitch poll, but we'll just pretend that it does. How does that not fit? And then we had the Slut Wars. Wait. It wasn't Slut Wars Classroom Virginia Defender. I think that was wait, what, huh? That's not what it was. Guys, stop making more titles! I can't put all these down. I'm losing track of the hell people were even asking for. I'm just gonna put 3 of these down and deal with it. I mean, chaos is good, but I can't read all that, so fuck, vote on this. You gotta admit it. We got 2 votes for Classroom Virginity Tactics. I guess that's what we're gonna do. Classroom Virginity Tactics. Ship it. Now 2 people voted. I think. Unless you were the second person. Beyond didn't even vote. Even though one of his choices were up there. Miko didn't vote either, I guess. Right. So is this gonna be with graphics or is it gonna be purely text-based? Where did Mako go anyway? Like, Mako was the one that wanted to be a school game. And now he's bailed out before we get to decide the details, potentially. 2D graphics. Okay, you're still around. Well, I didn't know because you missed the poll, apparently. He noped out when it wasn't cool math games. Fair. We need to have... Hey, we don't know it's going to be a R18 game or not. Star O Shui is now off the market. Darn, that was fast. These games will stay on the market long enough. Alright, what's the distribution of priority here? From the game engine, gameplay, and the stories in quest. It's not still going strong. What are you talking about? That game was over with like a year ago. We have no games in the market right now. Engine medium and gameplay high, quest low. Theme is B, but Diz is saying gameplay, I'm assuming over, story in it, and then engine, last. Let's see if other people have input. It seems like everybody's saying gameplay high at least. Go with Mako's. So we're tentatively gonna set this to Mako. Like that. I'll see what Kiki has to say. I'll even beep boop. Well known, okay. Easy going, robot. And we sold 8,000 units. Our first game is still our best game. Yeah, exactly what you said, Beyond. The counterbalance to his, where he seeks chaos, I seek order. Well, that's no fun. Chaos is the best. Alright, so now we have to decide the levels of dialogue, level design, and artificial intelligence for this game. It's called being a robot. Ooh, woo, what a cutesy wootsy robot. AI high. AI, IDD. Oh, LD probably. Level design high, AI medium. Dialogue low. Diz also wants AI high, but level design medium and dialogue low. I think dialogue low was agreed on by 2 people. But between the level design and AI, we have a bit of a disagreement. Well, LCD for a classroom, it's 1 level. You make an excellent point. Gotta have AI smart enough to seduce you. I mean, if you're defending virginity, then maybe. The share arrangements. Yeah, every classroom is good. It's not just 1 level. You have to go to different classrooms. Not all your classes are in the same classroom. Each period you have to go to like the room for that class. This is high school. No dialogue means all of a sudden that she was turned on for Glee. You've never been seduced by someone who's nonverbal? I guess you need a PE stage. Yeah, there you go. You need PE. You need a lunchroom. Cafeteria. Dodgeball, but with boobs. Dodge boobs. Alright, so we can't agree at all on what priorities for the stage. We dodge no boobs. Well, then you're gonna fail the game and lose your virginity. That looks good enough. Well, thing is, somebody wants level design to be medium. Somebody wants AI to be medium. Somebody wants level design to not exist. This plays the sex game and intentionally gets defeated to see the sprite porn. I mean, that sounds like Beyond to me. AI at the highest. Okay, we have multiple people that really want AI. Do we do level design to be lower? It's for future investments. I don't know if jacking up the AI on this game has any future investments. Because that's just, I think, the level of the main character's skill with it. But we could always hire somebody who's good at AI, I think. And then they would just do it anyway if we don't have, or anything we're lacking. We can just hire somebody eventually. We'll become a real company. Strategy games do need good AI, that's true. I don't know about the zero dialogue, but that's what we're going with. We can let this first programmer be the AI expert. Alright, what about stage 3? We've got world design, graphics, and sound. I imagine Diz wants that sound jacked all the way up so you can hear all the moaning. Not logical for the fan Shui to be his head, but oh well. Well, it is now, because that's what Beyond's specializing in. Graphics and sound, high, well-designed, low. I'm gonna tentatively place that, but feel free for other chatter to weigh in. If you disagree, agree, or whatever, let me know, and I'll try to balance it out amongst the opinions. So, Hyuki, Diz, Mako, let me know what you think. World design high, graphics mid, sound low. Okay, Mako doesn't want to hear... Mako wants very distorted sounding moans, apparently. Make it sound like a distorted telephone from the 80s. Heat home price quality. Alright, so we're gonna balance that to mid because we have a high and a low. Graphics come down a little bit. And sound has to come down to the middle point here. Or maybe Mako's turned on by silence. I mean, who was it that said we should have no dialogue? Maybe it's all part of the plan. Oops. I'm trying to get that to be as even on both ends as possible. Alright, so, Diz, Kyuki, what do you think? We can adjust this further. Not even sure what this game is anymore. It's a classroom, or it's a school strategy game. That's apparently about defending virginity, I don't know. All we know is it's a PC game that is school/strategy. But if no one wants to give any further tweaking input, then I can always just release the game. Gotta evade the bots. Lost in thoughts, all alone. No further input. Last call for Diz to give some input. The Dizzler. Dizzalocious. No thoughts. Head empty. I'm gonna take that as a no. So we're gonna go with this. For better or for worse. Thanks for making money a little bit. We've got 5 bugs. Fucking reducing the bugs a little bit more. And just as we are about to finish the game, the test by Nintendo has been released. Alright, engine, gameplay, story have all leveled up. A lot. I pretty see everything's leveling up, practically. And Feng Shui is leveled up. I don't know if they ever see what the acronym was. They did say what the G64 stood for. But I don't know what the TES stands for. You know what they should have called the company is Tinendo. And then it would have worked. But oddly, the devs of this game did not put too much thought in it. They just made a bunch of... Yes. They ain't put much thought into this. They just wanted to make something that was fake and legally distinct so they weren't get in trouble for using copyright names. And they just did the bare minimum changing of whatever. Alright, let's release this game. Anybody have predictions on how well this does? What do you think the review score is going to come in from the game magazines? Beyond thinks every game's gonna be 10 out of 10, and never has it then. A 1, a 9, a 4, and a 10. Ooh. I don't think they're usually that diverse. Poor days of divisive. And you also want to make some guesses before reviews from the reviewers will be low, but the consumers will love it. Do you have a prediction on the average review score from the game magazines? Before I reveal it? I just want to see if anybody can guess it right. So far, nobody's gotten this score exactly right for any of them. The average score, anyway. Game journalists don't play games. I feel like game magazine reviewers were better back in the old days. But now everybody in it is just in it for class. You can play this game with one hand, perfect for journalists. Recent videos prove this right. Bring back the old G4. I guess Mako doesn't have a prediction, so I'm just gonna reveal it. We got a 7. Nice experience. You had a happy ending. A 7. Good game. A 7. Beautiful. You like those sexy girls. And an 8. Love it. So the lesson here, folks, is that sex sells. Yes, Tiz. I'm guessing what the answer is after it's already been revealed. Time to get her okay company. We all soft now. Time to make rants, is it? This is before the era of sex-negative journalism. Probably. When did they make that? What was that series? Leisure Suit Larry? As an adult game. Rant series, here we come. Oh god. Business Suit Beyond. Birthday Suit Beyond. Alright, let's analyze. Make it now. We'll see if we have the stuff to make it. But first we have to analyze the previous game. And see what we did right and wrong. School and strategy is a great combination. Artificial intelligence is quite important to this type of game. And PC strategy, so we did everything right, basically, at least from those three. There's nothing that says we did wrong. And the things that it did note on are things we did right. So we're moving in the right direction for all those choices. Give access to the adventure genre. Yes, we have adventure genre games. Alright, so now we need to get... Actually, we need to make a custom game engine too. Oh, look how many research points we have. We've got the funny number. It's 88. Okay, we're gonna do Birthday Suit Beyond. But first I need to make a custom game engine for it. We're gonna make this big. This is gonna be our big thing. We can't slack off here. We need to develop our own engine to make sure that this is a hit. We want to make this a 10 out of 10 game. As your pure mascot, it'd be on you. Alright. Unfortunately, well, actually, let's look at the top. We can make new stuff, but we don't actually have the points for it unless we use a reoccurring topic that we already have access to. So let's look at the topics that we have. What is the topic for Business Suit Beyond? I don't think TS would like this. They're a bit too family-friendly of a console, but we'll see. The first thing we have to decide is what genre this is. Or not genre, sorry, but topic it is. Because, like, I don't know if any topics suit that type of game. Yeah, maybe we can't make the game yet. Maybe we have to wait for another topics. Let me do some research real quick. I don't remember what all the topics are, but I can look it up. I want to see if there's one that actually works. Abstract could be anything. Okay, that's not a full list, I don't think. Where is a full list of all of the topics? Okay, here we come. This is a full list. We do have romance as a particular of our topic you can get. I don't know if anything else would work. But romance is definitely a topic that you can get later on. Also, just life is a topic. Theatrical release. I think the movie topic means it has to be about a movie. It has to be about a specific movie or about movies in general. Yeah, really. That's beyond for you. So, do we hold off on birthdays to beyond for when we have a better topic? And do a different genre for now? Or not genre, he's saying genre, a different topic for now? What do you guys think? Yeah, hold off for now? Okay, we'll hold off. We can make it better. So what topic is this game going to be instead? Mako wants us to make Weird Drake 2. Tree Electric Boobaloo. Here's the thing. We don't have the ability to make sequels yet. So, like, you can type that in there, sure. But I think later on you unlock the ability to actually make something that's considered a sequel. But is that what we're doing? We're just going with werewolves again? Assassin Lilim? Oh, that's interesting. Does anybody else agree with that? We do need a Lilim and a Cersei. Well, we knew what the Cersei game's gonna be. Oh yeah, our first game was Werewolf. Beyond wants to make a Daedra Werewolf game. Alright, so we are going to invest in game tutorials for our new engine. Well, actually, I'll let chat decide. Because I only have points for one of these. Do we invest in tutorials or mono sound? Tutorials. Yeah, Lilim's Cree is probably going to require some tutorials. Sound killer. People need to know how to play this game. Right, almost done. Alright. I finished my first engine part. So now we have to create the actual engine. So, now that we have the ability to make our own game engine, also don't really have tutorials in it right now. But what do we call our game engine? This is our very first Z Games game engine. What's the code name for it? Kyuki engine, Zenjin. I like Zenjin. Z engine is like Zenjin. Zenjin, yeah. Zenjine. Alright, so it's gonna include the 2D graphics. We'll have the ability to do a linear story. We'll give it saves. And we'll give it tutorials. We can't afford all that. We're gonna have to cut something out. It costs $50K to put the graphics in there. Make a game without making a new engine. Okay. No engine for this one. So we're gonna do assassin. What is the genre? Action. Alright, so are we releasing this on the test or a PC? It's gonna basically cost all of our money to license the test. Just as a heads up. So we could pay grub making this game. PC. PC gaming company. Can't be showing kids villain killing people, so we'll have to do this one on PC. Fair enough. Maybe eventually we'll have enough to license the stupid lockout chips that the test uses. But we show kids that? Okay. Nintendo wouldn't, but Nintendo might. Are we at? I'm assuming graphics. Yes. We might need to take a side job after this game releases, just to make some money. Alright, what are our priorities for the development stage 1? High engine and gameplay. Okay. We got some bugs and we just started. Oh. That's what the hints are. I did turn that off. I thought turning off hints would be the tutorial. Can I change that? Or is it too late to do anything about that? Oh well. Stage 2. "75% level design and 100% AI, no dialogues." And it sounds sensible. I don't know what 75% is, but I'm just gonna go with that. This does suggest... Oh, I do have hints on, maybe. Cause I do see a hint there suggesting that, the level design is important, but not as important as the AI. Well, watch it, AI isn't shown, but it's most important. Cause I think 75 is probably about the plus plus. If it was like 100, you'd be like plus plus plus. I don't know. Did I see it turn on all for all in? Has it can go here. Maybe? Settings? Oh, hints are on, okay. Alright, next stage. I said no and it still turned it on. But the hints are just telling you what you already discovered. Like, it doesn't tell you anything you don't know. So, like, if you've discovered that's a good combination from your research, it'll remind you, hey, this was a good combination. So that's what the plus plus was. "100% graphics, 50% sound, and 10% world design." Interesting. Be hard for me to figure out 10%. I'm not good at eyeballing this stuff. Unfortunately, we don't get to add our tutorials, I don't think, because we don't have the game engine. So people are gonna have to just figure it out on their own. But it's the 80s, right? Nobody has tutorials in their games in the 80s. Games come off the market, so we gotta get this new one on. Let's hope this is a smash hit. Why do you have a DeLorean in your room? Why don't you? Also, this is my garage. Hello, Yuriko Onna. Thank you for the raid so much. Welcome, raiders. I am Shueyansu Gurumaru, a silly slime VTuber, and one of 4 members of the ZG system. In case you're new here, we share this channel and stream on different days, different things. And this is actually the last day of our affiliate anniversary sub drive, where we have various milestones that get achieved by points from subs and donations. The chart is basically here. I have to change that point counter though, because we're at 17. Forgot to update that. But yeah, we're 3 away from the next milestone, which is a merch giveaway. You're dating 2 at the same time. That's a lot to handle. Well, also kind of cool. I guess it depends on how big they are, too. Anyway, let me give you a shout out. If I can type correctly. You're playing Fallout 4? How was that? 4 and 16? Yeah, our system has 4. But anyone who isn't following, go check out Yuriko. Give a follow. And welcome to your community. What are you trying to say, QC? That you and us are the 2 that are secretly being dated without us knowing? No, but anyway, yeah, once again, thank you for choosing this channel to raid. And I hope you all have a great time. I am currently doing one of our milestone goals, actually, which was playing Game Dev Simulator. But chat has to decide all the stuff. So it's up to the people in chat can give all their input, and we can make maybe a terrible game or good game, who knows. It's all on you guys. Fallout 4 was interesting. And we modded it with a bunch of shit, and then you don't know about it. It was eventful. Oh. Ah, I see. So you're responsible for the raid coming here. Well, thank you, thank you. Much appreciated. Anyway, let's release this game. And obviously, if you have to raid and run, take care of yourself, I understand. I do appreciate it either way. But if you do stick around, feel free to weigh in on the choices for the next game we end up making. Let's see how well this one reviews. If anybody wants to make a prediction in chat on what the review scores are, you can do that right now. And I'm about to click the button in just a second to reveal what the actual scores are. So far, our best game was like a 7 point something. So we're trying to see if we can beat that this time. Yes, everything's 10 out of 10. Except it's never 10 out of 10. Alright, let's go. Oh, I guess we're not revealing anything. Thank you for telling me. We're still getting 7s. 7's as high as we can aspire toward. Up there's an 8. Hey, thanks for the follow. Quirky but good. Okay, that one didn't come out that much better. It's like a S7 on average. So still not our best game. Comparing all games. Be right against that last reviewer. Yeah, what the hell? What's with the 6? All games? What do you have against assassins? Alright, we gotta research this. Vampire hater. They're a member of the Belmont clan. Recently, the release test home console by Ninvento has proven to be a massive success. Sales numbers have exceeded expectations so far. Man, too bad we didn't get on that, test wave. As one customer says, I love games that come with the test, and playing with a controller is so much more fun than on the keyboard. Well, not that we can't afford it, we just don't have the right category for it. Assassin and action's a great combination. Sound seems to be quite important for this type of game. And the PC action is good. Permit the best system for it, but hey. Okay, we're going to do some contract work, I think. Just so we can afford to make our dev engine. Or we'll see what's available to us. 4 weeks to do that. We gain 6K if we fail. We gain 14K if we succeed. Weeks. Our game's gonna be off the market in 4 weeks, I feel like. That's even harder. It's 5 weeks. That's an easy one, though. It's only like 2-8, but it's not balanced, though. I don't know if we could do this. It's gonna be easy to get the 2 of this, but the 8 technology might take a while. What categories are slowly introduced over time? Because you have to learn them. Everything has to be researched. Oh, you know what you start out with? I don't know either. Level 2. I haven't paid attention to how fast the points build up. It's kind of hard to do contract work when you're just a solo dev. Because once you hire people, then you know what their skills are and if you can make that. Let's try to get the game engine now, maybe. That'll bring us down to like 30K, but hopefully we'll start making money from Lilim's Creed to fund the next game. But you can't pick some because they haven't been discovered yet. There's gotta be some bit of RNG, I guess they figured. I don't know. I didn't make this game, don't ask me. So, do you think we should try to make the engine now? How much does it cost to make a game again? Depends on the game. Depends on what you put into it. If you think 26K is enough to make one game, it could be. And if it's not, I guess we could try the library job. Let's be bold. We'll hope the sales from those Kree hold us out until we finish this stupid engine. We are getting research points from this too, which will help us unlock more things in the future. Okay, our sales are dipping. It's gonna go off the market pretty soon. And there it is. It is now off the market. We sold 20,000 units. I don't know either. We need to make a cheap game that becomes a cult classic. Yes, we do. Right. So, research. Just in case we want a new topic. So, what's our topic for the next game? Farming. Okay, it's 2 votes for farming. So that's research farming. We're about to have an ad break in a couple of minutes. Recent studies suggest that increasing the variety of gaming devices also creates a market for more specialized games. Some platforms become more popular with younger gamers, and others catered to more mature groups. More and more developers enter the market. We expect developers to focus gaming on specific age groups to really make an impact. We can't do this now because we're not going to have enough time to run that money if we do this, but after the next game, we'll have to research target audience so we can zero in a specific audience and maximize our reach. But for now, we have to go rush into the game. So we're going to pick forum. What do we got? Action, adventure, RPG, or simulation or strategy? Anyone in chat, feel free to weigh in. If you want to be a forum sim, we can't afford the TES license though, so we have to make it for PC. Alright, what do we call our forum sim? Tree. When you say that, it sounds like treason. It's about being betrayed by trees. Alright. Do you want standard 2D graphics? Or do you want the better 2D graphics? that are more expensive and will take almost all of our budget. They're all eco-terrorists like Poison Ivy. Version 2. We may not be able to afford this game, just a heads up, but if we go bankrupt, that's on you guys. Poison Ivan. Okay, so what about our priorities for development stage 1? Gameplay max. Ad time. You can keep rolling in, but I won't progress until the ad's over, just in case there's some people who are not subbed. If this is a Harvest Moon game, then the first 2, and not much story. There's more questions, but I have to wait till ads are done. But I'll repeat it, I guess, when they're done. But we can add in the linear story, save games, and tutorials if you'd like. But they do cost money to do that. But that's where our engine had save games. That's probably important for a farm sim, yeah. Linear story would make no sense because we just turned off story. But yeah, once ads get done, I will make sure that nobody else has any input. And then I will go to the next stage. This will also probably be the last ad break. I do have work tomorrow. We'd like tutorials, but broke. I don't think the first Harvest Moon game had any tutorials anyway. I don't think any game had tutorials until, like, the 2000s. Now we know why. Yeah, Marvel Software didn't have the money for tutorials. It sucks that, like, it costs so much money to include things in your game engine, and then it costs more money to use it after you've included it. Teaching's expensive. And yet teachers don't get paid enough. What's up with that? Because the expense is paying the higher-up yacht purchasing salaries. Yeah. Damn capitalism. Alright, so for those of you who are stuck in Adland, this is where we're at right now. I'll give you just a little bit of time to say if you want to add anything or adjust anything. Otherwise, we will move on to stage 2. Okay, I'm gonna assume that we're gonna proceed. Following the massive success of the TS console, there are now rumors that Vena, another Japanese company, is planning to release a home gaming console of their own. Exciting. Even though they should have already had one. I don't know. But they're also forgetting that SG-1000. They're skipping straight to the Master System. Yes, Zega would have been great. Zero dialogue. The NPCs don't talk to you. AI for me. Max, say hi. Sure. What about the, level design? Did you mention that? Current allocations are good, to be honest. These should all be 0. We had to put some development into it. We have a bit of a disagreement here. Does anybody else want to weigh in? Crop rotations, random events. The NPC patterns of walking around and doing their daily routines. And level design, I would think, would be like the field stuff and like the towns and whatnot. Put level design slightly lower. You want to lower the AI too. Well, Kyuki wants to. So I can halfway lower it. Move the compromise between what BI wants and what Kyuki wants and put it to there. Here we go. It's okay, Kyuki. We're learning how to fail together. Time to go in debt. By the way. And that's why you don't put any sound in the game. Peak graphics. Well, it's already on peak graphics. Swap sound and world. Whereas Beyond says no world. Based off of in real life, people love sound over most things. It's farming. You don't want to hear the cows moo? It's very important. Farming don't need crazy lore. That's fair. But since I think Kyuki wants it one way and Beyond wants it the other way, we're gonna have to like meet in the middle and have like mid-low to all of them. So something like this is what we're gonna have to do to balance that out. Of course, we cannot afford basic sounds. So we're gonna go in the red when we release this. Unless you guys want to take off all sound. But that seems like a bad idea for a game. Hey, Mako seems to be like suggesting we should have sound as well. At least make sound slightly higher. Only That's, I guess Mako's also going for sound. So it's gonna override. Alright, you happy, guys? Does this work for a compromise between everybody once? Okay. We are negative 4.2k. We won't be able to pay your rent. But it's okay. The bank has allowed you to overdraw your account up to 50k. But be careful, if your account balance is below 50k, you will go bankrupt. Well, we're getting there. We have to pay $8,000 a month in rent. We need to finish this game, ship it with bugs. Today, Vanilla has confirmed rumors about the new gaming console, the Master V. The company claims the Master V is technically superior to the massively successful TS by Nintendo and plans to release it in the coming months. Master of 8. You hate to pick names. Totally uninspired, yeah they are. And then the textures are just literally the exact thing, with no modifications. I wish I could rename the stuff in here. It's just text. I wish I could change names to better names. I need to learn how to mod the game. So a mod that as an Evento Swap 2. Do they have a regular Evento Swap? Because I think this game was made before the Switch was even out. So you needed like the original swap. Alright, let's release it. And hope that we don't fail as a company. We need this to do well. Alright guys, what's your prediction? What score will this get? I am personally expecting all 7s. That would be perfect. Obviously, BI is going to say 10 out of 10. Nine. 8. A euro? 8. That's our best game. Yeah, everything that has Daedra, it just is the best-selling games. Those are our masterpieces. We should just keep making games about her. Screw everything else. We almost had a 10 there. She will cry if you talk about her double Ds. Well, we're back in the green. Oh, I need to game report. Story of Tree Sons is a surprise hit with players. The developer Z Games is fairly new to the gaming industry, but we cannot wait for what they will develop next. I think the game engine helped. Farming and simulation is a great combination. AI seems to be very important for this type of game. I guess Beyond was right. Platform of PC simulation, or platform genre match of PC simulation is great. Okay, so now we've got quite a bit of money to work with, since that was a smash hit. Let's do target audience so that we can narrow that down. That's gonna be important. And then we'll look for new topics. You said left look for new topics? These are our topics. Yes, evolution is apparently a topic. I don't know why. This game sucks with its topics. It's random is the problem. It's all RNG. There's a whole bunch of topics, but some of them, yeah, they do suck. Some of them are good, some of them are terrible. And it's just a roll of the dice what you get. The people who make this ain't even play games. Damn, Kyuki the harsh critic. Evolution will call her return to monkey. One of the... I mean, that's just meta. I think you have to have game dev as a genre, as a topic for a game dev simulator. Like, that's perfect. Then you can actually make the game in the game. And you have gameception. Evolution, sure. It doesn't know it's the 80s, though. I told you it's random. All of these are randomly there's like 20 different, I don't know how many categories. There's a whole bunch of categories. And it just RNG dice rolls the topic. So there's no context here. And they do it that way so that every playthrough is different. So there's not, like if you play it multiple times, you get maybe different topics that you get before because you start off with something different. It's supposed to mix it up. But anyway, I guess we're going with evolution. Is that what we're doing? Okay. And are we also going to grab this sound upgrade? We got resource points. Should we do that? Oh, I had to do one at a time. Whoopsie. Let's do the evolution first. And then once we're done with that, we'll get mono sound. The Master V has been released. And it's gonna fail. Here's the thing I wish. Because obviously, like, gaming history went the way it did because of the games that were on the consoles to an extent. I wish that if you made your game on what was historically less popular console, but it was like, let's say you could put, like, let's say we developed for the Master V, right? Exclusively, hypothetically. But we made smash hit after smash hit after smash hit, then it should survive longer than it did in real life. But that won't happen. It will die the same time it's supposed to die, and the NES will outlive, or the TES will outlive it. And I feel like that's bad. I feel like your game should influence the consoles they're on to an extent. Anyway, let's get this. That's what it costs us 40K. COVID Inc. The recent gaming console Master V by Vena has stirred up the market worldwide. Industry experts say that the console is not well marketed in North America, but it will flourish in other parts of the world. Ain't that the truth? Yeah, we're like 1984, I want to say. 84, 85, something like that. Based on the release of the Master V. Okay, Story of Treasons is no longer on the market. We need a new game to make money. So, we are gonna get Evolution. What's the genre? Do you want Spore or Plague Ink? As for chat to decide. Simulation? Okay. Return to Funk. Are we doing this for kids? E for everyone, or is it mature? What we got for the age group? E for everyone, we need the money. That's fair. Alright. We can afford to buy a license for either the TESS or the Master V. Each license is 80k. I know Beyond wants everything to be PC, but I am listening to everyone in chat. Mako wants the TESS. It does have the highest market share slightly of all systems. PC's market share is 21%, the lowest of all systems. Early gaming gotta get into the TESS. We already missed like the first year of the TESS. We're in year 2 of it. TESS, the highest 120k just to make a game in TESS. Well, 110, but yeah. We only need a license one time. And if we buy the license now, then every other game just has the dev cost. It doesn't, because we don't have to pay the 80k again. It's just a one-time fee. But we went into debt last time and made it all back like instantly. So if we make a good game, if you're confident in this game, you never know. But Kiyuki, who are you backing here? Are you team Nintendo or are you team PC? You're the tiebreaker here. Okay. We acquired the license for $80,000. Let's do this. We have 83k left to develop the game with, which I'm pretty sure is way more than we had last time we developed the game. So, what are we doing for graphics? The old style or the new style that Story of Treasons had? New style. The expensive graphics. To ever go back. I mean, if you want to make a budget game. If you're strapped for cash. Alright. What about the elements of stage 1? Story up a bit. Gameplay 100%. Don't know what story we need in Evolution. This is good? Okay. Oops, I forgot the other stuff. On the side there. It had like we had save game from last time. So so you can save in this. But there's other options there that we didn't pick, because I forgot to ask about that. Next time, I guess. The game is suggesting that artificial intelligence is the most important thing here. It'll always make this dialogue up a bit. Any other adjustments? That's fine. Okay. We got 10K left in the bank. Until rent comes in, we'll have not even that. Which we're about to pay rent, because there it is. Now we have 2K left in the bank. %0 world design. Nothing else needs to change. Everyone else okay with that? QQ agrees? Okay. Let's go. Gotta wait for this Bubs to get out of it. We can now research casual games. We will probably never do that. They're at 2D graphics now. Let's release it. The recent market data shows that the Govador 64 seems to be slowly losing market share against other PC manufacturers. In an unfortunate statement, the G64 employees said that the company has been unsuccessful at introducing higher-priced computers to compete against newer, more advanced PCs. Looks like they're on their way out. So much for that being the future of and PC dying. Alright. Any predictions? How good will Return to Monkey be? Maybe when we can make smartphone games, then we can make billions out of that. Or maybe you would never portray PC. Time to be correct here. 7 average score. We'll see how our first Nintendo game does compared to the PC games we're making. Six. 5. 5. 6. So the average is 5.5. Not as good as the tree game. But nothing ever will be. Deidre's got just the best games. We need to make more stuff about her. And progress her lives. PC's what works for sim games. Probably. Nobody wants to play a simulation game on the Nintendo. It's a horrible game for a simulation game. Let's see here. Evolution and simulation is a great combination. Dialogues seem to not be important for this type of game, and TS and simulation is an okay match. So yeah, this game would have done better on PC. Is basically the gist of it. We probably would have gotten 7s average. At least we can release Super QC69. Talk about Senhi. Okay. We need a new game, right? Mad Science is the next category unlocked. What are we doing for this? This is gonna be the last one we're gonna make on stream today. Unless you don't like any of these, then we can just call it early. Fashion. Can we make a good enough fashion game with our assets, though? I guess we'll see if Cersei is more popular than Daedra. Alright. Fashion it is. Well, we totally get some sales up. Nivento has announced they will release a portable gaming device called the Gameling. The device comes with chargeable or changeable game cartridges, a monochrome screen on a green background, built-in speakers, and even multiplayer support via connection cable. I mean, she's going to have one chance to do that. Compared to PC and other game consoles, the Gameling is underpowered, but given the lower cost and exit portability, it might have a huge following. The Gameling is set to hit shelves next month. Yeah, we're not going to even afford a gaming license. But we do have the TS license to free up. Want to still develop on that. Game K written better. Yes, it would have then. But as we've established, all of her fake names suck. The only one that was okay was the G64. Because, like, you can change it any letter, but, like, G is soon enough to a C that actually kind of works. But everything else, no. Phasers he on the KES. What ring is this? We need to get our shit on new grounds if we want to become a cult classic and become successful in the future. E? Okay. Yeah. I guess because you're saying that the TES is a kid's console. I don't know if that's really true, though. I don't think Nintendo became that much of a kid system until, like, later on. Casual gamers. So we have 2 votes for E, 1 vote for Y. Well, then I have to go for E because, 2-1, you were overruled, Beyond. Barbie, that video game. I don't think Barbie necessarily are fashion games. There probably are fashion Barbie games. But some of them are like riding horses and stuff. Barbie has a very diverse game, whatever. Anyway, what genre are we doing for this? Key minus is the TS, and we found out that what was it, simulation was only okay. We didn't research casual. Do you want me to do? I can go back and do casual. Yeah, but we'll go back and research casual. I thought you didn't want that because, like, oh, you casual games. So that's why I didn't research it. Oh, I can't actually. I don't have enough research points. I only have 16. So it had to work an odd job first. What we could do is do contract work. Because I think I get research points for these. If I can find like an easy contract job. These are all hard. First one. I need 14 design in that, though. don't know how easily I can do that. That's total number. True. But this was at least balanced, so it should go to both places. I'm afraid that they're gonna send more to design to the technology even after it's done, and not send enough to get to the 14. So I'm going to hope that we can make this. If not, we lose money. Yes, he's kind of going balanced, right? Our game's off the mark. Boom, we did it. But we still didn't get enough points. We're shy by 2, so we need another contract job. What else do we have available to us? We barely got to 12, though. Yeah, we're not gonna be able to do that. There's no way. Because we only barely got 12. Unless it doesn't go even. Do you want to gamble in the first one? Let's gamble. Let's see if we can get to 14 if there's only 5 on the other end. Let's see how this works. We'll stop feeding technology and only go... Okay, is it going to wool? What's it doing? Okay. Maybe? Oh, it's gonna be close. Okay, now we got it. Okay, we got it. We're good. So now we can research casual games. Let's see what Returned Monkey sold 30,000 copies. Fair enough. Alright, now let's finally develop this damn game. Infinity Source. It was fashion, casual, E for everyone. On the TS. Let's do this. Our last game of the night. What's our balance? Time to see if C's can beat D's. Pure gameplay and nothing else. That's true, it is a casual game. So you don't really have anything to it. Do we need saving? Or story, or add tutorials? Do we want saving now? Or is he making one of those password games? Yes for saving? Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure when you turn it off. Oh, no, you don't need saves? Okay. So just tutorials. No story, no saving. Okay. Casual stop resume games, that's fair. Filthy casuals. With the growing interest in video games, there's also a growing audience for video game magazines. These magazines are a great way for game developers to market their upcoming games. So in the future, we can do marketing. If we ever get money to market. Alright. So, development stage 2. I doubt we need AI for a fashion game. Level design's the highest. Yeah, it's like no AI in fashion, you just dress up stuff, right? Zero dialogue. There is dialogue in Nikki, though. It sucks. I mean, sometimes. It definitely sucked in the main story. There are some optional side story stuff that's not that bad as far as the writing. Like the time limited event, well, not time, but like the special events that they release for like the new updates, they're just like side content, tend to be much better writing than the actual proper main story. As odd as that is. Alright, what about this one? Yeah, world design, graphics, and sound. I mean, graphics and sounds will make the temp IQ casuals happy. Sure. Well, how high is sound now? Highest graphics, but where are we going for sound? $60%. Any world design? We don't need lore, it's just dress up. So does that look good to everybody? Well, for once, we're not finishing a game in the red. We actually have money. What do you know? So even if this doesn't become a massive success, we won't be bankrupt. It's either that or just Murgerker. Predicting an 8 average? What are you predicting, Cukers? Oh, you're gonna do the 10 out of 10 this time. Are you saying that Cersei's better than Daedra? Better user experience and level editors are unlocked. Well, not unlocked yet, but they will be unlocked if you research it. We have to get $1 million in cash to move out of our basement. She has to win or she'll kill us all. Well, if you don't see me again now. Zena, creator of the Master V consoles, announced the Vanagear, a portable console to directly compete against the Gameling from Nivento. This spokesperson for the company said, unlike similar devices on the market which don't come close to gaming consoles, the Vanagear has basically the full power of the Master V, except that you can take it with you. The Vanagear also has a full color screen. Man, the Game Gear is maybe one of the saddest stories in gaming. Because it was basically a handheld console, power-wise. It like completely blew the Game Boy out of the water in all specs. But it flopped because it had no battery life. All that power kind of was its downfall, I guess. Copy for a hun. Will this device top of the game thing? We will see. The Vanagear will debut in 2 months. Alright, review time. We have not a good start. 5. 6. Fashion casual are a great combination. The focus and level design stage serve this game really well. 6. Well, we're all dead. Nobody bought Infinity Cersei. He was not successful. Nothing can match the power of Daedra. We should just be the Daedra Gaming Company. That's the only way we can make a hit game. Help is coming. Oh well. Well, what went right, what went wrong, we'll find out in the game report. What was lacking, I wonder? Maybe it just wasn't good to develop for the TES. Maybe we should have been PC gamers all along. Fashion and casual are a great combination. Level design seems to be very important in this type of game. And the platform match of TES and casual is great. So, the report found nothing wrong. It said that we did everything right. People just don't like Cersei that much. She hasn't had the mainstream appeal. Well, Mako, you can feel free to tell Cersei that next time you see her. Anyway, we're going to, I guess, save and exit, just in case. So, if you would like me to resume this playthrough in a future date, not right away, but sometime in the future if you want to do this again, when I, have chat participate in all these crazy game decisions to see if we can make it further as a company, let me know. You can either, tell me right now, you can tell me on our Discord server if you want to do it again. If you are watching the VOD of this stream on YouTube, please tell me in the YouTube comments if you'd like to see more of this. And I can keep doing it. I like chat participation, we get it, so I would love to do this more, but only if people want it and like it. So yeah, please let me know in any fashion you can reach out to me, whether it be our Discord server, YouTube comments, whatever chat, any way you can contact me, let me know. I take that feedback seriously. But that is our stream for today. Next stream will be the Limbs Metal Slug Tactics stream on Thursday. And then your Cersei with Trails to Azure on Saturday. And then I'll be back next Tuesday to try to maybe wrap up Sonic Superstars, or at least get further in it. But before I send you off, I need to raid somebody. And I'm gonna raid Punny because he is streaming Chrono Trigger, and Chrono Trigger is one of our all-time favorite games. So I have to raid that stream for sure. So do check that out. But for now, slap.